But no, that's very unlike the girl that I'm dating now. The girl that I'm dating now is amazing. Things are going great. Things are going well. However, there is one problem I've found out. She's a lot prettier than I am.
Shit.
And you really wouldn't think that would be a problem. You know, at first, you know, I really liked, you know, hanging out, and everywhere we would go, I would hear people whisper like, well, he doesn't look like he makes money. But she's kind of picked up on it, so, and I've realized that because when we get in fights and arguments, like, if there's a certain time in the fight, well, she'll just look at me, and like the look seems to say, you want to fuck this up? You ain't about 1,000 in college, you ain't got many friends, you're gonna fuck this up? We almost didn't date. Not that there was anything wrong with her, not that anything went wrong or anything like that, but it was actually my golden rule of dating. We met in October, so we were kind of encroaching on my blackout dates. Not that I take out a whole bunch of like drunken chicks in a period of time. That's spring break. But no, this is when between the dates of October 31st, Halloween, and February 15th. If you're single during that period of time and you're unsingle, you're the biggest fucking moron on the planet because you just entered what I like to call the dating gauntlet. And let me elaborate. Now on Halloween, what happens, ladies and gentlemen? When you're a kid on Halloween, if you were a guy, what did you do? You dressed up like your favorite action hero, you went out, you grabbed a whole shitload of candy, you ate as fast as you could, bugged the shit out of your parents. That is no longer the case as a young or pushing 30 adult. Now what happens is that you think for months on end on how to be the most grotesque, or most perverted, or most humorous, or most individual costume you can think of. And women, what do you do on Halloween if you're a young adult or pushing 30?
Wait for the trick.
That's right. You find like some kind of occupation and you make it sexy, like sexy construction worker, or you know, sexy fireman, or sexy cop, or you know, or like, you know, and some tramps, they just wear like their regular clothes and put an eye patch and a hook in their hand. They're like, arr, I'm a sexy pirate, you know. And so you can't really tell who's who, like who's a slut and who's a good girl. So, you know, whatever, welcome to the drug, take whatever. And so it's alcohol involved, and then you wake up on November 1st and you're like, oh shit, not only do you have a body, but you have a mind too. Now we're going steady. And you start dating, and you start getting casual and comfortable, and things are going well, and before you know it, it's 3 weeks in, and guess what it is now? Fucking Thanksgiving. What does that mean? You just ran a sprint to meet family. Not just parents, grandparents, cousins, aunts and uncles. Oh, your ex-boyfriend is still a friend of the family and he still comes over. Thank God. Oh, he runs Ironman triathlons. What, 4 times a week? How can he fit that into being a doctor? I'm so glad to meet him. Douchebag. Motherfucker. And so you go through Thanksgiving, and you know, and that's done, and that's fine. And well, it comes on, and you got a month. And now what comes on after Thanksgiving? Christmas. Or if she's Jewish, Hanukkah. Which also screws you just as twice a month, because that's 8 gifts you gotta buy that chick in a month and a week. Thanks for the segue, that was awesome. Coming right up. I'll fucking write that down next time. And you have Christmas. I'm very narrow-minded, I'm Christian. So you have Christmas, right? And so now what happens? Well, it's like what? Oh, 2 weeks, and you gotta buy a gift for this girl that you like, but if things go to shit, you don't want to be out $150. So you're like, here, baby, have a towel rack. And, you know, that goes as far as you want it to go, but don't forget it's Christmas, so that's more family time, and so there's more grandparents and uncles and moms and dads, but it's different. Now like a young sister from college has showed up, and you're trying not to look at the newer model too bad, you know? You're pushing 30 and staring at 19-year-old tits and ass, and you're trying not to, but the uncle doesn't seem to mind, but you're different somehow. So, you know. And so Christmas happens, and then now you're done with Christmas. Now, you've only been dating this girl for 2 months. Now what happens after Christmas? New Year's. Now, if you're single and a bachelor, New Year's means get as drunk as you can, pee on something, and pass out. Okay? If you're like me, you made plans. Like, I was going to go down to Tijuana with some of my best friends and watch a donkey show. But that is no longer the option anymore because you're no longer single. No, you gotta spend hundreds of dollars and go to some city you've never been to, get some hotel room and have some nice expensive dinner on some tall romantic restaurant somewhere with a glass of champagne. Yeah, 2002 was fucking awesome for me. Ring that fucker in really well. And so it's New Year's. Now that's over. Now officially the holidays are over. But it's not, is it, fellas? What the fuck comes after fucking New Year's? They give you a month and a half to save up for it. Valentine's Day! Fucking Valentine's Day. And gentlemen, I don't give a shit if you go down on your girl and play her vagina with your tongue like Beethoven's Ninth Symphony twice a day, 365 days out of the year. Valentine's Day ain't got shit to do with you. And I can prove it. Because what do, guys? You go out and you buy your girl flowers and chocolate and presents and lingerie and you take out to dinner and maybe a show and dancing. At the end of the night, what does she do? She has sex with you. Woo! You know what just happened? From February 13th to February 14th, the price of trim went up 1,000%. I don't give a shit what kind of economy we're in. That inflation sucks. If pussy was a commodity, we'd solve the national deficit in a day. Stock letters would just be VAG, VAG. February 13th, bet the farm. Trust me. Fucking Valentine's. It's coming up. Now, there are some people that enjoy Valentine's Day, and it's not single people, okay? Two things happen if you're single on Valentine's Day. One, you go home with a skank, and we've already talked about that scenario. Or you go to the porn store. That's why lingerie always goes on sale on Valentine's Day. And at your local porno store, it's 3 for 1 every fucking Valentine's Day. Check that shit out. But the people that do really enjoy Valentine's Day are gay men. And I know this, because imagine, this is how, in my mind's eye, a gay man's Valentine's Day goes down. They go and exchange gifts, you know, like one gives one like a 4-barrel carburetor to a 350 big block, and the other one gives the other one to, like, you know, a Black & Decker cordless 1,500 horsepower multi-purpose drill. And, wow, man, thanks, dude. Butt sex tonight? Fuck yeah, butt sex tonight. Right after we get done cooking steaks on the grill. There are some people that actually have a horrible Valentine's Day, and I believe those are lesbians. Because I think on a Valentine's lesbian day, they just kind of just sit at each other's houses just waiting for the other bitch to call. Whole time wondering if they should stick the whiskey dick. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Jimmy Quinn. I'm an intellectual bulimic. Thank you so much.